Hey guys, Jeff Holman here with Intellectual Strategies. I just wanted to fill you in on um, one other line of communication I had with another person who might be able to design my duffel bag. And so I'll show you some emails that went back and forth here. I'll say up front, I didn't go with this person for a couple reasons. A lot of it was cost. A little bit of it was timing in the communications, but that's okay. He probably does great work. I just chose to go a different route, and I'll explain a little bit more about that maybe in another video. So, in fact, I will show you the quote I ultimately got in a separate video from him, and we'll walk through that one. So Brent is a guy that I think probably a week prior to getting this email, maybe on the 7th or 8th of October, I got on his website and I submitted an inquiry form with him. He didn't have the option like some of the other people for me to just create an email. So I didn't have a record that I kept of what I submitted to him. But I'm sure it just said something like, hey, I'm looking to design a new bag. I'd love to find out more about your process. Similar to what I showed you in another email with freelance bag design or whatever it was called. So I was going to lunch one day about a week after that, and I got a phone call. And it was a guy named Brent said I'd submitted to him some information and wanted to just connect. So we did that. We talked on the phone for a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes maybe, about what I'm doing. And then and I asked him then, I said, hey, send me an email if you would. Let's connect via email and continue the conversation. I'm sure I asked him on the phone whether or not he would sign an NDA, which he ultimately did, and I'll walk through that. So the email threads here are a little bit broken because of some email issues that came up, but that had nothing to do with the communications themselves. So Brent on October 16th sent me an email. Hey, it's great to chat. I'm intrigued to hear about your ideas. Please send your NDA for my signature. Hope you're enjoying fall in Utah. Right? Utah's a great place. Little plug for it. You should come here if you've never been here. We have some of the best landscape and recreation in the country, if not the world. So I responded to him the same day. I said, hey, thanks for your call. Fall's always nice in Utah. Here's the NDA we talked about. I've got some drawings to send over. Once we're ready to move forward, let me know what else you need. Really simple, straightforward. I like to try to keep emails within reason. I don't want to jump too far down the conversation. And I've seen some inventors, especially when they get on Facebook or when they call me for an initial consultation, and they'll just jump like straight into what their invention is because they're super passionate about it, and which you should be. But in communicating with people, you usually want to take kind of one step, maybe two steps at a time. And those steps should be, hey, get to know somebody. Hey, would you sign an NDA? Are you open to that? Tell me about your process. I found when I got a business degree that when I was in engineering, it was a lot more, what do you need? Here's what I'll get you. Boom, we're done. In business, it's a lot more, hey, tell me about your qualifications. Tell me about your experience. What about you? Here's what I do. And you go through a lot more relationship building in the initial stages of the communications. So that's an important part. Whether you're reaching out to a corporate a company that might accept your invention for licensing, or you're reaching out to a service provider to help you, attorneys, prototype manufacturers, product designers, suppliers, whoever that is, it's really important to have a good relationship with them. And so don't skip over that step because the relationship in the end might be the most important thing you get out of that interaction with them. Your invention might not be a fit for them, but a good relationship might lead to the opportunity to have another invention submitted to them down the road, perhaps. So I sent him my NDA. A copy is attached here. And in fact, if you want a copy of my NDA, it's a template that I use. I've developed it over several years. It's pretty straightforward. It's very fair to both parties, and I'm happy to give you a copy of that if you want to get in touch with me. So just let me know. So here's the NDA. And then the next thing was he just, sent back, of course, the signed NDA. Pretty straightforward. Let me grab the next email chain here. I don't know if this is the exact next one or not. That was, by the way, that was what? All happened the same day, Friday, the 16th of October. From there, I sent him, let's see, and by now, I should say, I had my provisional patent application filed already. So I've filed on the concepts that I've shared with anybody and more. And so I felt free sharing this with him. I also had, because I'd done the provisional patent application, I had already done some of my drawings, and that is in a separate video that happened probably around the 7th of October, something like that. So attached to the copy of some rough drawings that I created for my patent pending design. I always like to mention that my design is patent pending. Just even if people don't ask, I want them to know it's patent pending. It's just a little bit of knowledge that's helpful. And we can get on the phone to talk about this stuff again if you need to. And then I went through and explained some of the more important parts of the bag to me. There's a storage grip panel, there's an expandable laundry bag, and an expandable exterior shoe pouch. So open to thoughts on this stuff. Let's see, what was next? Let's see. Okay, I got your product details. I haven't had a chance to dive in yet. The grid's understandable. The laundry compartment is straightforward, but the shoe compartment's kind of confusing, which makes perfect sense because if you see my drawings, when you see my drawings, you'll see that I didn't have all the details there. And that was kind of secondary. I wasn't super interested. I wasn't really critical about what the shoe compartment looked like. So in my next email thread here, let's see, what did I say to him? Oh, I think let's see if I can find that other email that I sent out. Is that it? That's the drawings. That's that. You've already seen that one. Anyway, what I did is I basically got back to Brent and I said, oh, I don't want the shoe compartment to hold up the design process or the bidding process, so just get rid of that for now. It's more important to get the overall bag done than to get one little piece of the bag finished up. So I sent Brent a series of follow-ups between about the 20th of October and the 30th of October, a couple different times. And so I didn't hear back, or I did hear back, but it was always kind of the same. Oh, I haven't gotten to it yet. So that's how that went. And then ultimately I did get the quote back from him on about the 30th, I believe. I'll do a separate video on that because I want to be able to walk you through what that quote actually looks like and what I thought about it as I went through it. And again, ultimately, I did not go with Brent. A lot of it was cost issues. So I will do that in a separate video. However, if you are enjoying this series, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd love to have subscribers so we can keep you up to date as we post these videos from the past, and as I keep going forward and post more videos into the future. I think we'll probably hit 100 videos in this process because there's so much stuff to get done still, and we're at about 40 videos so far. Even though they may not be posted by the time you see this, but we'll have about the content for about 40 videos as of today, maybe 45 videos as of December 12th. And then we'll just keep going, and I'm sure we'll get to 100 before we're done with this, and love to be able to have you follow along the whole time. So subscribe to the channel, and you can do that. We'll make sure you have access to those videos as they come out. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope you found this interesting, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.